Hello, dear students. I hope you are all doing well. The wait is over. The practice batch is here. It's time to gear up and focus on honing your skills. In this batch, you will get dictations from SSC's previous years, including 2024, 23, 22, and beyond. Each video will feature dictation from one shift. Your responsibility is to practice each of these dictations diligently to achieve excellence. Let us now begin the session. Listen carefully and write with full concentration. All the best. Ready for the shift first matter. Get ready. Start. The trial court decreed the suit for rupees 2 lakhs with proportionate costs and interest at the rate of 6% per annum from the date of the suit till realization. However, the division bench of the High Court allowed the appeal of the employer state government and dismissed the suit mainly on the ground that the plaintiff contractor had accepted the amount as per final bill under protest without disclosing any real grievance on merits, and it amounted to accepting the final bill without any valid objection and grievance. It further held that the conduct of the contractor in accepting the final bill and thereafter sending statutory notice and filing the suit for recovery of the differential amount was barred by the principle of estoppel. Aggrieved, the plaintiff contractor filed the appeal. Allowing the appeal, the court held that from various decisions of this court, the following principles emerge: merely because the contractor has issued no due certificate, if their acceptable claim, the court cannot reject the same on the ground of insurance of no due certificate, inasmuch as it is common that unless a discharge certificate is given in advance by the contractor, payment of bills are generally delayed. Therefore, such a clause in the contract would not be an absolute bar to a contractor raising claims which are genuine at a later date, even after submission of such no claim certificate, even after execution of full and final discharge voucher or a receipt by one of the parties, if the said party is able to establish that he is entitled to further amount for which he is having adequate materials, he is not barred from claiming such amount merely because of acceptance of the final bill by mentioning without prejudice or by issuing no due certificate. In the instance case, it is true that when the final bill was submitted, the plaintiff had accepted the amount as mentioned in the bill, but under protest. It is also the specific claim of the plaintiff that on the direction of the department, it had performed additional work and therefore was entitled to additional amount or damages as per the terms of agreement. Merely because the plaintiff had accepted the final bill, it cannot be deprived of its right to claim damages if it had incurred additional amount and is able to prove the same by acceptance Materials. From the materials on record, it is evident that the appellant or plaintiff had a genuine claim which was considered in great detail by the trial court and supported by oral and documentary evidence. The High Court has not adverted to any of the factual details or claim of the plaintiff except reversing the judgment and decree of the trial court on the principle of estoppel. Though the matter could be the claim and the judgment and decree of the trial court, inasmuch as the work had been completed in August 1973, final bill was raised on 31st March 1974 and additional claim was raised on 16 March 1976. To curtail the period of litigation, it would be appropriate that this court scrutinize all the issues framed by the trial court, its discussion and ultimate conclusion based on the pleadings and supported by the materials. Issues number 15 in the trial court judgment related to estoppel, which has been decided in favor of the plaintiff. In respect of other issues relating to execution of extra work, the trial court based its findings on the materials placed, accepted certain items in toto and rejected certain claims and ultimately rightly granted a degree for a sum of rupees 2 lakhs with proportionate costs and interest at the rate of 6% per annum from the date of the suit till realization, and the plaintiff is entitled to the said amount. The impugned judgment of the High Court is set aside and the judgment and decree of the trial court is told. The issue that falls for consideration in the present appeals is whether the appellant would be entitled for refund of the tax which was paid by him to the seller. In view of the provisions of Section 44 of the Kerala General Sales Tax Act 1963, one additional issue which was urged at the time of hearing of the appeals and requires consideration by this court is as to whether the appellant would at all be entitled to claim exemption under section 5 within bracket 3 of the Central Sales Tax Act 1956, as at the same time of sale the appellant could not allegedly show any evidence that it was the penultimate sale of tea. The appellants are exporters of tea. Stop. So, how was the dictation? I hope you managed it. Write it well. Don't forget to share your scores in the comments. I do love to know how you did. By the way, the dictation was clear, right? Let me know if you faced any issues. Keep practicing regularly, and I am sure you will do great in your exams. Good luck and keep up the hard work. Thank you so much.